Hi, my name is Romita Mullick and I come from DTU. I appeared for the GRE exam on the 16th of October 2014 and my score is 332 and the breakup is like 170 quant and 162 in verbal and my analytical writing stands at 4.5 on 6. Okay, so I mean it was a great experience coming to MJ and it gave me a head start and it really put me on track. So,
prior to learning words the MJ way, have you tried learning words on your own? And what was the difference?
Alright, okay, very frankly, like when I was a kid, I used to read all these classic novels and stuff. So my mom used to tell me that, you should look up the dictionary and learn words. But very frankly, I could never retain the words. It never really stayed for very long. But once I joined MJ, a very different approach they took was, they had these presentations. And the technique used was, visual, as well as they used these links. Since they are teaching Indian students, a very useful thing they did was using Hindi words also along with the English word and, to create a sentence which linked the difficult words to easier words which we could retain easily. And that sort of really helped us in, remembering the meanings of words which we had never heard of before. Also, another technique that our mentor used was, she used to put similar words with similar meanings in groups, like, synonyms. Like, there can be 10 words, different, all sounding different but having the same meaning. She used to put everything together in the same group and that really helped us later on when we were solving questions.
How did you benefit from implementing the techniques taught in GRE verbal?
Okay, so we were introduced to the Endura book, that green fat book, and it was divided into text completion and sentence equivalence and reading comprehensions. Now, initially to start with, all the students had problems. Like we used to be faced with a dilemma in almost every blank. And it used to be like sometimes very heartbreaking that we get all our answers wrong and stuff like that. But with practice and solving so many questions, because that book had like many number of questions for every question type. So that practice really gave us an edge when we appeared for the actual exam. And also like reading comprehensions are the most difficult, but Endura has some of the toughest type of passages. So it helped us that way.
What would be your advice to the students who would like to appear in GRE?
Alright, see, the thing is, taking coaching is one thing, but also self-study is also important. Now, the message is, of course, taking the coaching from Hamijan really helped me a lot. Like, initially I had no idea whatsoever what I'm supposed to do. But here when I came, I interacted with our mentors, both our tutor who taught us maths as well as the one who taught us verbal. And interacting with them, the rigorous practice which they kept giving us, okay, it helped us build. And also the advice, okay, it's like don't lose heart and keep doing and always try to keep improving. Like if you set one benchmark, you practice more and also you avail, there's a lot of other material, like you avail it on net and there are some standard books like Manhattan. Manhattan is a must, and also Manhattan Strategy Guide, which covers individual mathematics topics. It's like a series of 7 books. It is a must, you must do that because it really helps you in the actual exam. Then also practice from ETS. Self-study also helps, but also the notes and material which we got from MJ, that also helped a lot. And another thing is, while appearing for the exam, please do not lose your cool, because it is a long process. I mean, it's almost around 4 to 5 hours that you'll have to sit at your exam center, and sometimes you get disheartened, but just don't let it affect you and keep giving the exam in a cool mind, and also being particular about the time. Don't waste too much time on just one single question.